What is up, crew, and welcome back to another vlog. Started my day at around like 5:30, 5 a.m. Look at that, how beautiful. I love this area because I get to start my day each day with the sunrise. Kind of get some natural sun on your skin. For those that don't know, first thing in the morning, one of the best things you could do is get some sun on your skin. So I was out here this morning, just getting a nice deep breath of fresh air. Good morning, Tuku. Getting a nice deep breath of fresh air. Last night was actually the first time that I had slept with a nasal strip. So if you see that redness on my nose, it's from the nasal strip. But one of the things that I have been fighting to get right is my sleep. And if you've been following me for a bit, you know that this has been something I've been working on for quite some time. But recently I actually got this thing, Alexa off. I actually got this thing called an 8 sleep mattress pad. And I'll do another video on it sometime, like kind of reviewing my first 30 days and an unboxing. It was a pretty high ticket price to get this thing. So I will say it has been phenomenal for my sleep. It cools, heats, it tracks your sleep, gives you a score. It's amazing, but it simply is like you plug it in, it gets to know your body, and then it just does its magic. So it's been really amazing to use that because it has been enhancing my sleep and the quality of my sleep. And that's really been the master key over the last few years, is like really getting my sleep locked in and dialed in. Now, it's about 6:21 a.m. There's Atlas and there's Tuku. And I am gonna head to the gym. But I need to go get ready. I'll take y'all with me because I have some thoughts I'm going to share with you. But I appreciate y'all being here, and I'll see you in the next clip. Peace. And we are back. Let me get the garage open. That's probably super loud. However, here we are in my garage. If you get the reference, you're a real one. Let me get on in here. Some days, this area that I live in, I also got a new car. By the way, we'll talk a little bit about that during this drive. But as I was saying, it truly is such a beautiful day. And I have so much gratitude for these mornings. You know, while I was living downtown, although it was great and humbling, I'll be honest, it was fun till it was not. And ideally, I'm grateful for the phase of my life that I got to experience there. However, towards the end, after getting attacked by a dog on my finger, you see right there, it was just time to go. It was time to close that chapter. And as I shared in my video from my phone, you know, change reminds me, new beginnings remind me that change can be beautiful. And it can be. And I'll tell you, it's been a few months since I've been in this new place. And it's in the suburbs, and it's a big, beautiful home with an extra bedroom. So any of my friends that have been wanting to come and visit in California, got an extra bedroom with an extra standing desk and space for us to drop into. So if you're a creative, an entrepreneur, business owner, and we've been trying to connect and you've wanted to come out to California, hit my messenger. Let's organize something. Let's see if we can get you on the Think Tank podcast. And let's go from there. With that being said, if you or someone you know, you believe, or yourself, you can self-nominate would be a great candidate for the Think Tank podcast, where we talk about all things that are meant to expand your mind and maybe share a new way of thinking or a different way of thinking or some type of modality that has led to more progression in your life. If you feel myself and them could benefit from having a conversation, shoot me a message. There's going to be a link in the description, and I'll basically create an application for Think Tank. I know it's called an application, but honestly, it's so like your contact info, my contact info, and a little bit of detail about you can be all in one place, because I'm super excited to like do this type of content on the podcast, to start doing these vlogs again daily. As you see on my page, I've committed to a weekly upload and a daily vlog every single day. So you're gonna see a lot of these from me. And I'm going to hold myself to the standard and commit myself to ensuring that these get done each and every single day, because you may think things like this are easy, and although they seemingly are, it takes time. And sometimes you just gotta get into the flow of it and really just do it. You know, commonly, half the hard part is the doing of the thing. And I recently read this book called 10X is Easier Than 2X by Dr. Benjamin Hardy and Dan Sullivan. They're amazing books. If you've ever read any of them or you haven't read them, I strongly suggest them. I recommend them to a lot of the guys that I work with. But in it, it talks about this concept of 10X being easier than 2X, and how we commonly will double down on the 80% of things, when really the 80% is just noise. But if we look at the 20%, and the 20% are the things that are moving the needle closer in what we're doing, and we double down on the 20%, it actually leads to creating 10X. Now, for me, I started to take a look at the 80% of things that I was spending my time doing. Now, I will also add, I have been very blessed in my life with the opportunities that I've had put in front of me. You know, I've built many businesses, I've sold a business, I've scaled businesses. I've also had tremendous losses and had the government come after me for hundreds of thousands of dollars. And so when I share this thought that I've been blessed, I mean that. I'm grateful for the blessings that I've had. I'm grateful for the lessons that I've learned. Now, in that, a part of my 80%, whoa, I just heard someone blast an ABBA, Dancing Queen, baby, woo! But as I was saying, when I look at the 20% that I double down on, if I spend time, and this is gonna sound really bougie and like ridiculous, however, I look at the concept of time, like how much time and activity will take me versus the cost of hiring someone to do it. The example I'll give, when I was moving into my house, you know, I'm a man, and as a man, we like to do things ourselves because we tell ourselves the story. If we want it done right, we'll do it ourselves. That is such an archaic and outdated way of thinking. Now, as I was moving into my house, I couldn't use my finger because my whole finger was casted. It was in a huge bandage. I almost lost my finger. You can see the scar right there a little bit. Not too well. But almost lost my finger from a dog bite. And like, I still can't feel my entire finger at all. It's numb. It's tough to work out with, but it is not the excuse that I'm using to not work out. But moving into my new place, this literally happened like 4 days before I was moving. And I couldn't lift anything because it would rip the finger open. The finger had stitches, it had sutures, the whole shebang. It was really inconvenient. And it would throb through the night. It was horrible. But of course, I wasn't able to lift anything. And the man inside me says, I'll do it with one hand. Yeah, fucking right. And so I ended up using this amazing app called TaskRabbit. And I ended up hiring a TaskRabbit or two, a couple of them, to pretty much move my entire condo from downtown to my new area that I'm living in. And it's so beautiful out here. I love it in the mornings. I just love it all the time. It's so peaceful out here. And during this phase of my life, I'm choosing peace over everything. But in that, I ended up hiring a TaskRabbit to come and put together all the furniture, everything, mount stuff on the walls, throw away boxes, break down boxes, the whole shebang, baby. Because at this point, I look at the cost of hiring someone to do that versus the cost of my time. And my time is more valuable to me than the cost of the time it would take to assemble these things, break the boxes down, even get them into the fucking recycling bin. You know what I'm saying? At this phase of my life, the 20% to me looks like owning my time. Because I'll just be blunt. There's times that I've gotten paid up to $1,500 to do a 45-minute training for our community. Now, that was specifically on how to create a lead generating marketing funnel, so it was business-esque, so there was going to be an ROI in the form of financial surplus. So I understand that. However, that does not take away from the fact that for 45 minutes of my time, or close to it, a little over 40 minutes, I was paid $1,500 handsomely. Now, I've been paid much more than that. For barely more time, I've been paid much less than that. What I'm saying is, if the cost of someone to do an activity is less than that for an hour, I look at it as being worth my time to utilize that investment. Another example I'll use, I'm gonna shout out my boy's company, SD Meal Delivery by my boy Alec. Now, these are all grass-fed meals. This person, as I'm backing into my spot, she started to try and back up. Oh well. Also, for y'all that didn't notice, I'm in a Tesla. The Tesla does drive itself, however, I'm not having it drive itself right now. But like I was saying right before I get ready to go into the gym, the time that I save in having other people hired for tasks, whether it's a house cleaner, whether it's an organizer, anything like that, or whether it's having someone cook ready-made, healthy meals. I use SD Meal Delivery, and it frees up time that I would otherwise spend cleaning, cooking, preparing, shopping. Now, that's not to say I still don't go shopping and get my regular things, but I look at what is going to give me enough time and bandwidth and capacity in my mind, in my energy, and how I'm feeling to double down on the 20% that have moved the needle closer. And I'll tell you, since following this modality and this process, it has led to so much more fruit in my life. I kid you not, my finances have gotten better. My credit has gotten better. My peace of mind has gotten better. My relationship has gotten better. My friendships have gotten better. My business is thriving. And realistically, I'm doing all of this and not feeling like I'm in that mindset of go, 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 hustle and grind, because I used to be that way. And I'll be honest, I think it is an incredibly draconian and outdated way of thinking. I'll share more about my morning process another time. But if you enjoyed the context of today's video, check the link in the description. I'm gonna give you a free exercise. It is called Morning Growth Formula, and it's a formula that I've been using based off of the book Miracle Morning by Hal Elrod. Now, Hal Elrod says you win your morning, you win your day, and I firmly believe that. And in this book, in this exercise, I pretty much share the morning growth formula that I have been using every single morning to ensure I set myself up to win. So check the link in the description for the free assignment and exercise that'll help you do that. I appreciate y'all being here, and I will see you on the next one. Peace.